Hello, I'm Chris from the Dice Brigade, and these are 5 things I do not like about board games, or board game adjacent things. Here's a bonus thing I don't like about YouTube content creators. You click on a top 10, top 5 list, and instead of just getting to the list, they spend 10 minutes talking about how their grandparents crossed the Oregon River with an ox-pulled cart, and they got dysentery, instead of actually just getting to the list. So that's why I'm gonna get to the list. Number 5. Number 5 is deck builders, the genre. Now, I can actually be convinced to like deck builders. The reason why so far I don't like them is because I've never had a good experience with a deck builder. Close to a decade ago now, man, I'm old, I went to Gen Con and tried out a deck builder. I can't remember which one it was, but the guy that was there was not very clear. He wasn't very clear on how to play the game. It seemed like he didn't really know how to play the game, and it was almost like he was just there to get free pass to Gen Con, and then he kind of explained the game and then left. So we were kind of turned off by deck builders. Then we saw one that was a Star Trek deck builder. We got it, and it just didn't do it for us. So this is the one and only item on this list I am willing to change my mind on. That's not true. Given enough evidence, I would change my mind on other things, but this is the one I'm most changeable on. So if you know of a really good deck building game, recommend it in the comments. If I see enough comments, or if I see a good enough argument on why I should try your favorite deck building game, I might give it a shot and see if I can change my mind on deck builders. But until then, number 5 is deck builders. Number 4, games that require tablets. Okay, I'm not against tablets being used to enhance a board game. I'm not against apps that will keep score or tell you how to set up, but if the game relies on a tablet, that's a no from me, dog. I will never say that again. Look, I just don't like my metaphorical food to touch on the plate. If I'm playing a video game, I want to play a video game. If I'm playing a board game, I really don't want to look at a screen half the time. See, and when I play board games, I prefer the face-to-face interaction, everybody talking to each other, and the setup. I don't know, it's just tablets, games that require tablets or like apps to run just doesn't work. Plus, if we were ever to end up in a dead of winter situation, those games are unplayable. So you couldn't play them in your free time when you're trying to survive and not freeze to death. You could be taking out the garbage. I have a feeling this one is going to offend a lot of people, but I'm going to die on this hill. Solo games. By the way, if you like tablets or solo games, go ahead. I'm not telling you not to do this. You do whatever you want. For me, though, I just can't get into them. I have played a couple of games solo because I was trying to figure the rules out, but as soon as I felt like I had a good grasp on the rules, I quit. Look, I'm lazy. I'll just say it. If I'm going to do some solo gaming experience, it's going to be video games. And then I see that there's like these games, they look interesting, and then you find out they are only solo. Nope. I know that I'm alone. I know that there's this growing market for solo games, and I don't mind that board game publishers even include a solo mode into the game, as long as it's not tacked on. But I'm just can't get into them. I'm not going to go for the effort of setting up the board and playing the rules, and plus I'm too willing to cheat. Number 2 is booster packs. I can't stand them. I have games that come in booster packs, but I try to buy them secondhand if I can. I hate the monetization practices behind them. And in fact, I was looking at a game today that I was kind of interested in getting into, Universes. And then I saw that the Turtles is just the Turtles deck is just a starter deck, and I'm like, okay, give me the option of buying all the cards. I know that companies make a lot of money. I know why companies do it, but I'm at the point where I'm just gonna buy secondhand to get the cards I want. My problem with booster packs is I could see myself easily getting addicted to it and wasting tens of thousands of dollars and having Dave Ramsey do the thing where he crosses his arms and says you spent $10,000 to get a $200 card. Yes, Dave. And then Caleb Hammer would start hitting the table and cussing, and yeah, I just best if I avoid booster boxes. But some of you will say, well, you don't have self-control, and I'm like, okay, as a customer, we do ourselves a disservice by buying them and so letting companies get away with this. Make a product that doesn't require gambling for your thing to succeed, okay? There goes my Kick partnership. And remember back like 15 years ago when they used to have miniatures in booster boxes? Hope that never comes back. Has that come back? I haven't been paying a lot of attention. My number one things I hate about board games is bad box design. I'm not even talking about the bad graphic design boxes, which those are a problem of themselves. I mean, you have things where the board game logo is at the bottom, and then on the next expansion, it's on the top, and then and it looks horrible on the shelves together. The logo changes, the companies moves their logo around. It's annoying, and no, I'm not talking about bad graphic design, which I hate as well. I'm talking about bad boxes. Like, I open this up, I cut the tape off, and look at this. Now, thankfully, I'm going to be putting this game into my small game holder here, which I will happily do a review on this when the time comes, after I've used it enough. But this is a photograph organizer. There's boxes that are 10 boxes that don't set well on your shelves, and you can't stack them properly. And then there's other boxes where they put inserts in the boxes, but then if you turn the boxes sideways, all the pieces fall down. Also, there's bad inserts that will actually break your miniatures. 99% of the time, your board game's gonna be sitting on its shelf. So give me a nice, sturdy container to put it in that's well designed, that won't fall apart, and that won't break your pieces. Those were 5 things that I hate about board games. Let me know what your things are, and thank you for watching. And until next time, take the initiative, roll out.